Life has been on Earth for about 3.5 billion years, and as far as we know, it's the only place it exists. But is it possible that life might have occurred on other planets? Humans have wondered about the existence of life elsewhere in the cosmos for a very long time. Greek philosophers, such as Thales of Miletus, living around 600 BC, considered the possibility of other worlds and extraterrestrial beings. However, views like his did not attract much attention, since most of the people at the time believed the Earth was the unique center of the universe, and no other worlds like it could exist. The idea of extraterrestrials gained more appeal in the age of telescopic astronomy in the 1600s, when astronomers could determine that the Earth actually orbits the Sun, and the Sun is just one star out of many. Without the ability to visit the planets in our solar system, or to see planets around other stars, though, the existence of aliens would remain speculation among astronomers. In the 20th century, American and Soviet scientists developed the technology needed to launch probes into space and observe other planets up close. Mercury and Venus were found to be too hot for life. However, many scientists were hopeful that Mars might be more suitable. Speculation that Mars was inhabited became popular in the 1800s when several astronomers thought that they could see channels on the Martian surface through their telescopes. But as stronger telescopes were developed over time, Mars's surface became easier to see, and it turned out they were mistaken. Since water is an ingredient for life on Earth, astronomers try to look for water as a condition for life on other worlds. The possibility of water on Mars was revived when closer examinations of Mars from the Viking probes in the 1970s found dried-out streams and lake beds, providing evidence that water may have once been abundant on Mars in the past. And in 2011, the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter found actual liquid water flowing on the Martian surface. These flowings don't last long, though, since the thin atmosphere makes water evaporate more easily. But could life ever develop? A Martian meteorite discovered in Antarctica in 1984 might contain some clues. In 1996, fragments of the meteorite seen under an electron microscope revealed tiny tube-like structures that resembled bacteria on Earth. Scientists are uncertain whether these are fossilized Martian bacteria or just tiny minerals, but further investigation will hopefully solve whether or not Mars had once produced life. Going further out into the solar system, the gas giant planets are too cold and lack solid surfaces to support life as we know it. However, a few of the moons that orbit these planets might have the potential for life. Europa, a moon of Jupiter, is covered in ice and may have oceans underneath its surface. It is speculated that tidal forces from Jupiter may keep Europa's core molten, forming undersea vents that produce warm spots around where life could form. NASA hopes to find answers when they launch the Jupiter-Europa orbiter in 2020, which will drill through the ice surface of Europa to verify if these oceans and life do exist. Another possible candidate for life is the moon Enceladus, orbiting around Saturn. In 2005, the Cassini probe spotted geysers spewing water vapor from Enceladus's surface. Like Jupiter and Europa, it is thought that tidal forces from Saturn heat up the interior of Enceladus, which is what powers this moon's geysers. Enceladus may also have oceans with heated vents underneath its surface, but only further exploration will tell. Finding life abroad outside of the solar system will be trickier, since neighboring stars are so far away. Organizations like the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, or SETI, listen for any radio messages that might be sent out by advanced aliens elsewhere in the galaxy. Scientists have also sent their own messages into space, such as the Arecibo message in 1974, which is on its way to the M13, and Cosmic Calls 1 and 2 in 1999 and 2003, aimed at various stars in the Milky Way. Obviously, intelligent aliens won't speak any Earth languages, so these messages are encoded in binary, and when decrypted, would tell intelligent aliens where to find humans. How often Earth-like planets form around other stars and spawn intelligent life isn't known. However, some astronomers like Frank Drake have tried to make guesses, and even made an equation that would estimate how many intelligent civilizations there are in the galaxy. Astronomers can detect other planets by looking at how their gravity causes their parent star to wobble, which causes the starlight to continually blue shift and red shift. The first planets found this way were massive gas giants, but as technology continues to improve, smaller planets a few times larger than Earth have also been found. So far, planets have been detected around 550 different stars. While the potential for these planets having life can't be exactly determined, the abundance of planetary systems around other stars does give hope that other planets having Earth-like conditions will eventually be found. Scientists have found that some conditions for life do exist on other worlds, and that many other solar systems are out there, although the existence of life elsewhere than on Earth is still elusive. Perhaps there will be a day in which life, even if it's a few microbes, will be found elsewhere in the solar system, or an interstellar message will be detected. In a universe so vast and with so many stars, it would be difficult to think that we're the only ones.